That okay. Hello everyone, this is Aravinda Nanda going to present. Today's class is about introduction to MySQL. Previous last two classes already discussed about basic concept about MySQL, what is MySQL, and what are the data types we are using in MySQL. Today's class is about, I will discuss about the next concept of MySQL is introduction about SQL. What are the SQL and what are the types of SQL we are using in MySQL. So, just review of last classes. As I told, that is MySQL. What is a MySQL? MySQL is a relational database management system. Okay. So, it is a database. MySQL is a database. Like your Oracle, Oracle is one of the database. That is which type of database? It is a relational database. Similarly, MySQL is one of the relational database. So many other relational database also available in the market. So what is a SQL? SQL is a structured query language that is used in MySQL or in Oracle. MySQL is a relational database, but SQL is a language used in MySQL database or Oracle database or Ingres database, any other database may be. So, today's class is about introduction to SQL. So, first, what is SQL? What is the meaning of SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Don't confuse, MySQL is a relational database management system, it is a database name, but SQL is a language. Which type of language? It is a structured query language. It is designed for managing data in a relational database management system or RDBMS. Basically, it is designed this language is used in RDBMS. What is the pronunciation? How to pronounce? It is pronounced as SQL or sometimes CQL, CQL or SQL, or sometimes it is called CQL. SQL is a database language. It is used for database creation, deletion, fetching rows, modifying rows. So, basically it is a language used in MySQL database to create the database, to insert some records, to delete some records, manipulate means some updation perform in a database. We have to create a particular database, insert some records, delete some records, and we perform some operations of modification operation, or you can say update operations. There are different operations or manipulation, that is called your manipulation the database. That operation we perform or modifying the rows or columns in a database. SQL is based on relational algebra and tuple relational calculus. Basically, so many operations are there, tuple calculus and relational calculus operations are performed by SQL language. Join is one of the operation, join two tables, two or more tables. Joining is one of the operation, suppose union is one of the operation, intersection, difference of two tables, like that, difference, Cartesian product of two tables. So, the different operations we perform by using SQL also. All DBMS like MySQL, Oracle, MS Access, Sybase, Informix, PostgreSQL, SQL Server use SQL as a standard database language. So, that means SQL is a language that will be used in that is RDBMS like MySQL is one of the database, Oracle is one of the database, MyAccess is a database, Sybase is also a database, Informix, PostgreSQL and SQL Server. So, there are so many databases available in the market. All these databases uses that is the language is SQL, structured query language. The next concept is why SQL is required? What is the basic requirement? Why we use structured query language in a database? What is the basic objective? SQL is required for different purposes. First is to create new database, table and views. What is a database? As I told, database is a collection of datas. What is a database? Database is a collection of datas of similar type, not dissimilar type, data on the same domain. Suppose university database, I want to create a database of a particular university or a particular college. So, what the college data? The college data should not contain the data of the bank. The bank data is separate from the college data or university data. So, before designing any database of a college or any university or any organization or any companies, first we have to search what are the data of that particular organization. Suppose I want to create the database of a particular university or particular college, what are the data of that particular college? I want to check that. So, the data of a college means the college having number of teachers or employees. So, employee data must be required. So, what are the data of the employee? Employee data having employee number, what are the number of the employee, what are the name of the employee, what are the address, and which department means whether it is a English department, ODI department, mathematics department, physics department, chemistry department, IT department or any commerce department may be. So, these are the data, what is the address, what is the salary, what is the TA, what is the DA and the date of birth, these are the data of a particular employees. Similarly, what are the other data? Data of the student must be required. So, student data, what is the data of a student? Student data means student roll number is one of the data of the student, student name, what is the name of the student, then address contains detailed address of the particular student, then which classes, whether plus 2 first year or second year or 10th or 11th, the class name may be, duration of the may be, there you may add more data of a particular student. These are the data of a particular student. Which hostel may be one of the data, different hostels, students staying in a hostel name is one of the data. So, the data of the student, data of the employees. What are the other data? Data of the courses, what are the courses, course number, course name, course duration, like that. The different data of the courses. These are the basic data of required for a college. Similarly, library having book having different book number, book name, book price, book author, these are the data of a library. So, different data are required for the to build a college database. So, these are the basic data of the employees, data of the student, data of the courses or data of the books maybe or library maybe you can create. So, that means that is a database. We have to create a database. There is so many syntax or commands available in SQL to create a database by using SQL. So, when I want to create database, what is a database? Database is a collection of tables. How the data actually store? I want to create suppose the college database, the name of the database is a college database. First, I want to create a college database. So, the college database contains the data of the students, data of the courses and data of the book maybe or library maybe. So, I want to create different tables. So, one of the table, the name of the table may be a student table, the student table contains the data of the students. So, another table you may create, the name of the table may be a courses, the courses table contains that is course details, course name, course number, course duration details. Similarly, another table may be book table contains book number, book name, book author details about the book. So, different tables I want to create, book table, student table, employee table, course table. So, number of tables. So, number of tables combined to form one database. So, database is a collection of tables. What tables contains? Contains the datas. In which format? Row and column manners. In a table, the datas are stored in a row and column manners. So, collection of tables to form a that is database. So, database is a bigger one and table is a smaller as compared to the database. The collection of table to form a database. So, obviously, the table is a subset of the database and database is called superset of tables. We can also create the views. Views of the view means the copy of the database. Copy of the table may be view. View means it is a copy of table. Okay, you may create. To insert records in a database, suppose I want to create a table or database. So, first creation, you have to create it. So, after creation there is a command available in SQL. First you have to create something, create database, create view, create table maybe. So, after creation I want to insert some records. Suppose student table, student you want to create a table, the name of the table is student. So, after creation of the table I want to insert some records. Insert of the record means roll number 1, the record of roll number 1. So, roll number 1 means suppose in plus 2 first year science, roll number 1, what is the name? Name is suppose N1, what is the address? Address is suppose A1. Details about the student, hostel name is what? Let it be X. So, I want to insert the records of that particular students. Okay. So, that after creation of the table you want to insert the records. Then after insertion of the records, then the next concept is update some records. Update means what updatation is required? Updatation says, that means I want to change something, already some data are entered, I want to change it. Change it means suppose employee table is there, already created a table, the name of the table is suppose employee. So, employee table, the data of the employee is employee number, employee name, let it be salary, address, details, department details are inserted in a employee table. Suppose in the further time, suppose one employee whose salary is increased, initially the salary is let it be 20,000, its salary is increased by 5,000, let it be 25,000. So, I want to change it. So, 20,000 previously it is 20, now it is 25, I want to change it. So, that some updation will be required. So, that some updation operation is also available in SQL. Delete records, some records I want to delete it. Suppose in a particular class, suppose plus 2 first year science, there are 60 students. Suppose 2 students left your college, so their record may not be required further. So, I want to delete this. Or suppose in a particular organization, employee table is there, suppose there are 100 number of employees, 2 employees left that organization. So, I want to delete that records. So, delete operation is already there, you have to delete the records of that particular employee. Retrieve data from the database. Retrieve is another operation. Retrieve means fetch, means select and display on your screen. Okay. Suppose there are 100 employees are there, that is already created and it is available in the memory. I want to display, fetch from the server. Okay, where the data is stored? Data stored in a server machine. We are the client. So, we fetch the data from the server and display on the screen, that is called your fetching, data fetching or retrieval or select and display on your computer screen. So, that operation is also available in SQL. So, that SQL is used for that purposes, creation purposes, create the database, create the tables, create the views, insert the records into the database or a table, update operation is also there, delete operation and retrieve operation means select some records and display on your screen. These are the basic operations required in a SQL. What SQL actually does? With SQL we can query our database in several ways using English like statements. So, what are the statements we write in SQL? All the statements are in English like language. Everything, what are the command, what the statement you write in SQL, all in a English format. It is a English language statement or commands. With SQL we can access data from a relational database management system. Okay, obviously we can access the data from the RDBMS or database. It allows the user to describe the data. It allows the user to define the data in the database and manipulate when it is needed. Define the data. What type of data is? Suppose employee number. What type it is? Employee number is a number type. It must be a number. Okay. So employee number should not be a character. Employee number, as the name is number, employee number or student roll number. Roll number is a what type you can declare first. Employee number or a student roll number is a number type. It is a number type, or you can say integer. Name is a character type. Okay. Or maybe what type of data you can declare it, whether it is a date type, whether it is a integer type or number type, or it may be a character type or variable character type. What type of, or it is a date type, what type of date of birth is a date type. So you can define what type of data it is. Okay. So before using the data, first you have to define what type of data is, what type of data we can use it. It allows the user to create and drop database and tables. Obviously it is a used to create and drop. Drop means it permanently delete the database from the database and maybe a table from the memory. Drop means permanently remove. Delete, drop, there are two commands we can use. So I will discuss later what is the difference between drop and delete. Drop, delete. Drop means remove, and delete means again remove the records. So drop means permanently it is remove, the total structure of the table is deleted from the memory. Suppose you have to create one a table or maybe a database. If you use the drop command, drop is permanently remove the data as well as the structure from the memory. Permanently it is removed. If you use delete command only delete the records, data, not the structure of the database or the tables. The structure is still in the memory. This is the only difference between drop and delete. I will discuss later. It allows the user to create a view, store, procedure, functions. So many procedure functions also available. PL/SQL is another language we are using in SQL. PL/SQL, procedural language. That is not mean we can use only commands. There is some programming concept is there, that is PL/SQL. Yeah, write some programs also in SQL, that is PL/SQL. You can use the functions or procedures in a database also. It allows the user to set permission on table, procedure and views. Okay. So SQL is also used for to provide the permission. So I am a super user, you are the user, students are the users. The super user will provide the permission by using the SQL language. What type of permission? Permission means access permission. Which part of the database, which table will be used by which user, that permission will be provided by the super user. If each and every students will access each and every tables or database, there will be no secrecy, the secrecy will be not maintained. So the exam data is very crucial, or it is very important. The exam data should not be accessed by each and every students. Okay. So the confidentiality must be maintained. So which table will which used by the which user, that will be provide permission by the super user or administrator, or you can say DBA, database administrator. Provide the permission and release the permission. I am granted the permission, then for the time I will release the permission. Okay. Which type of permission? Read permission, write permission and update permission. Read means you have to read that table only read purposes. Write means you can change something, read something, then after that you have to update something, and the update value is written on the database. The update value, that is read, write, update. So in a particular table, the read, write, update permission is provided by the super user or database administrator. In further time, I want to first I will provide the permission to a particular user. In the further time, I want to withdraw that permission from that particular user maybe. So that is called a revoke. Revoke means the permission will be earlier it is granted, that will be removed from that particular user. That will be provided by the super user by using the SQL language. So, as I told, we can provide the commands like English like statements. So, obviously there are so many commands are there, SQL commands, or you can say SQL statements, both are same, SQL statements or you can say instructions. SQL commands are instructions, it is used to communicate with the database. It is also used to perform specific tasks, function and queries of data. SQL can perform various tasks like create a table, add data to a table, drop the table, modify the table, set permission for the users. So, these are the basic operations we perform by using SQL language to create a table, insert some records, delete some records, update some data and provide permission to different users. To create a new user, provide permission and permission may be removed. So, these are the different permission we can provide to different users by using SQL commands. The next concept is classification. How we can classify? Basically, there are so many commands we can use in SQL language. We can classify into 4 groups, and some books are written also it is classified into 5, but basically we can classify into 4. The first one is DDL command, DDL, DML and DCL, TCL. There are 4 types of SQL we can use or SQL commands we can use. DDL means data definition language. DDL stands for data definition language. First one is DDL, DDL commands, data definition. Data definition, what are the commands are coming under DDL? Create is one of the command. So, create is a command means to create a table, to create a database, to create a view. View means copy of the database, copy of the table is a view. Okay. Suppose the database is removed or it is removed from the memory accidentally, I want to copy or retrieve it from the view also. The copy of the table is called view. You can create also view. So, create is a command. By using the create command, you have to create. What you create? Create the database, create the tables. So, at first creation is there. So, after creation, then another operation is alter. Alter means you have to change something. Alter means change something. Change something means suppose I want to create a table. The name of the table is suppose employee. Suppose initially there are 4 fields are there. 4 fields means 4 data. Employee number, employee name, employee address. Let it be salary. So, in the further time I want to add some more data. That means a new column is added. So, these are the one operations. Initially 4 columns are there, I want to add a new column or new data or new field. So, that is you can alter the table, or initially there may be a 5 fields, I want to delete 1 fields maybe, so drop or delete 1 column or more columns maybe. So, that is called your alter. Alter means you can structure will be changed. Initially there is a 3 fields, I want to add some columns, remove some columns. So, these are different alter operations. So, alter is a operation which is or it is a command which is coming under, again it is under DDL, data definition language commands. The next command is a drop. Drop is a command. Drop is command means suppose when you create a particular table, let the table name is student. You have created the table, the name of the table is student or employee or customer, whatever the table it may be. Suppose I want to delete it, suppose I want to drop, that command is dropped, you write drop table name. What is the table name? The table name is suppose employee, drop employee, that means the employee is already created. If you write the drop, that means if you want to delete it for the time, suppose the table having no further use, so you want to delete it. Suppose initially you have to create a particular table, suppose one branch is open in your college, but no student is admitted for that courses, let it be for a particular year. One branch or new subject is open in a particular college, but no student is admitted in that particular year, maybe 2020. Okay, suppose we are created the department name is let it be X and a particular student table is already created, but for the time I will check in a particular year, let it be 2020, no student are enrolled for that particular course. So, what is the use of that particular table? That means I want to delete that table in that particular year. Next year it may be required, but in that particular year that is not required. Unnecessary the memory will be reserved for that particular data or that particular database or table may be. So, I want to let it be delete that structure from the memory. So, the command is drop. Drop means it will be removed from the memory permanently. The structure, whole structure will be removed. The next command is coming under SQL. DDL commands are it is a rename. Rename means you give a new name. Suppose initially I am giving a particular name, I want to change the name. Okay, initially the name is not looks good, so I want to change the name to another name. So, that is called a rename. Renaming means old name to a new name. I am giving a particular name, let the table name is STU. Initially I am create a table, the name of this table is STU. So, in the further time I check it, so it is not looks so good, so I want to change it student, stu to student. So, stu is a old name, I want to change it student. So, your change name is or rename is, it is a student. Student is a new name and STU is a old name. Okay. Or you give a new name, that is called. The next command is your DML. DML means data manipulation language. DDL is a data definition language. DML is a data manipulation. D means data, A means manipulation, L means language. Data manipulation language commands. So, there are so many commands are coming under DML. Select is a command which is coming under DML. Select some records. Already created the table, some data is already there. I want to select from the database or table and display on the screen. So, that command is or retrieve or fetch and display on your screen, the command is select. And the next one is insert. Insert means insert the records. First I will create the table. So, after creation I want to insert some records. Roll number 1, detail of the roll number 1. Roll number 1, name is Ram, address is A1, hostel name is suppose H1, address is suppose A1. Similarly, roll number 2, name is N2, address is A2, hostel name is S2. Roll number 3, roll number 4, roll number 5, each individual records I want to insert in a table. First create, then insert the records. So, by using insert command, we can insert the records in a table or in a database. The delete is also a operation or it is a command to delete the records, not the structure. The table structure not delete, the structure is already there, but within the structure what are the records you are inserted, the record will be removed by using delete command. Or you may delete not entire table record data you delete, you may delete some selected records. Suppose in a particular student left the college, so that record should be deleted. Roll number 4, suppose roll number 4 left the college. So, I want to delete the record of roll number 4. So, a specific record you also delete from the table. So, these are the commands that are coming under DML, data manipulation language. Similarly, another is DCL. DCL means data control language. DCL, data control language. DML is a data manipulation language. DDL is a data definition language. Okay. So, DCL, data control language. I want to control the data. So, controlling is my hand. Who will control? The administrator will control. That means provide the permission, grant permission, grant revoke. Grant and revoke are the control statements or control commands. Grant permission to users. What permission? Read, write, update permission. Grant means access permission or provide the permission by the super user to the users. So, in the further time I want to withdraw the permission, with the permission which is granted earlier, that will be removed, that is called a revoke. The revoke command is used to remove the permission. What permission? Read, write, update. That permission will be granted initially, then will be removed by the super user or database administrator. Grant and revoke, that are control comes under data control language. We have to control the data, okay, by using grant and revoke commands. The next is TCL. TCL stands for transaction control language. Transaction control. So, what are the transaction? Basically, what the transaction is? What is the transaction? So, basically day to day life we are performing different transactions, very simple concepts. Suppose I will say banking transaction. What are the transaction we perform in a bank? Day to day life, withdraw something, deposit something. Withdraw, deposits, these are the basic transactions we perform in a bank. Okay. So, these are different commands we can use in TCL, transaction control. How we can control your transaction? Suppose I want to add deposit some amount in my account. First the account is read, let the account is A is a account. So, read account A, then initial value of account is let it be 5,000 rupees. So, that is already in there in a database or in a server. The account A is having 5,000 rupees initial value. So, first we will read it, then I want to suppose add something, add 2,000 suppose added. So, 5,000 plus, so A will be A plus 2,000. So, 5,000 plus 2,000 is equal to 7,000. So, then write the update value in a database. So, write operation is performed. So, what is the update value? The initial value is 5,000, now the update value is 7,000. So, now the update value 7,000 is written on a database. Okay. So, these are the basic operations we perform in a only transaction means only read, write, update something. So, there are different commands we can use in transaction control. Commit is a command. Commit means permanently save. So, commit means save in a database. Like a general, suppose you are writing a program, you save it. So, if you perform the commit operation or commit command, that means what are the operation you perform, that is save in a database, that is commit. Rollback means coming back to a particular position. Suppose you are going, a transaction is continuing, you are in a 20th line, suppose needed to come back in a particular position, in a back position. So, rollback is a command to come back to a particular position. Save point is another operation we can also use in TCL transaction control. Save point is just as a pointer. Suppose one statement is executed, then the save point is in that particular statement. When the next statement will execute, the save point will goes to the next line. So, it is easier to locate the error. Suppose you are performing, suppose a particular transaction having 1000 line of code. Suppose the 15th line of code is executed, at that time there is some failures. The transaction is not complete, but the failure occurs. Still there are 50 lines of code is there, but failure occurs. When the failure is repair, again start from the beginning? No. So, let it be only it is a 50 line, let it be 5000 line, 5000 line of code of transaction. Suppose already 3000 line of code is executed, at that time there a failure occurs. So, when the failure occur, after the repair of the failure, again if you again start from the beginning. So, if you again start from the beginning, it will take more time. So, that is the problem. So, that is why the save point is a concept is used. So, it will put the marker what position the error will be there. Already 3000 line of code is already executed. So, the pointer is there already, that is already safe. So, when the failure occurs, when the failure is recovery, then we can again cannot start from the beginning, from the first line. So, we start from where? Again from 3001 onwards, because already 3000 line of code is executed. So, that marker will be pointed by save point. Save point is just as a pointer, it will pointing up to what extent the statements are executed. So, there are so many other commands are there. So, these are the basic commands we can use in TCL. This is the just overall ideas. So, detail about the commands. So, basically the SQL is classified into 4 groups: DDL, data definition language; DML, data manipulation language; DCL, data control language; TCL, transaction control language. Okay, 4 categories we can classify into 4 groups. Detail about the DDL commands. So, as I told, DDL means data definition language. Data definition language. The first command we are using create. Create is a command. So, create is a command which is used to create the database or create a table. Okay. First I will create the database, then we go for table. So, as I told, database is a collection of tables. First you have to create the database, then you store the tables in a database. So, how to create a database? The command is the create command. The create is a command is used to create a database. So, how to create a database? Create, the syntax is create database, database name. Name as your choice. You give the name. What is your name of your database? Suppose my name of the database is college. I want to create college database or university database. So, you give the name, your college name. So, suppose the database name is college. So, you write create database, database name is college. So, that means in the name of college the database is created. Select the current database. For the use purposes I am already created. The name of the database is college, or I want to create the database, the name of the database may be a university, or you give the name, particular name, it may be a Utkal University, or it may be a particular college, may be BJP college. Okay, so whatever the name, according to your choice you give the name of your database. But here in this example the name of the database is create college. So, in the name of college one database is created by using the command create command. Create database, create database, database name. What is the name? The name is college. The next statement is select the current database for the use. So, we are already created, I want to use it, this database I want to use. For the use purposes the statement is, the command is use. So, the syntax is use database name. So, example you write use, what is your database name? College. So, use database name. So, your database name is college. So, use college, that means we are already created the database, the name of the database is college, then I want to use this database current time. So, I will write use database name. So, that is our use college. So, database is already created, I want to delete the database. Okay. So, there is so many provisions are there, suppose it is not further use. So, I want to delete, sometimes it is needed. Suppose you are use it in the further time, in a further period you want to delete that particular database maybe. So, what option you write, that is drop. Drop is a command, it is permanently delete. Drop database name, the command is drop. Drop is a command which will permanently remove the database that are already created. So, drop database name. So, drop is a command, it is permanently delete. So, example, so drop, you write the database, what is your database name? So, whatever the database you are created, you write the name of the database is already I am written the college is my database. So, college is a database is earlier created, I want to delete that one. So, your command is you write drop database, then database name is college. So, college is already created before, so it is already permanently deleted from my memory. So, that is not mean one database I want to create, I want to maybe create multiple database maybe. Suppose create database college, another database may be X, another database may be Y, I want to create number of database. So, I want to show list all the databases. So, what is the command? Show is a command who will display all the databases. Show databases, the syntax is show databases, means what are the database available in your system, all the databases will display on your computer screen. So, means it will display list of all the databases. The next command is rename. As I told, rename means you give a new name, what is your old name, you give a new name. So, the syntax is like that, basically rename is alter database, it is under alter database, old database name rename to new database name. Okay. Already you are created a particular database, you are assigning a particular name. When you change it, that means you have to alter something. So, initially the name is already provided, the name is college, this is the old name. So, I want to give a new name, and let the new name is COLL. So, what you write? You write alter database, that means the database I want to change. Alter means we can change it, alter means change the database. So, alter database, what is your database name? Database name is college, college is the old name already created before, I want to give a new name. So, you write the old name, then rename, what rename? Rename to a new name. So, new name is COLL. So, now your database name is COLL. So, initially it is college, so now it is changes to COLL, your new name is COLL. So, these are the operations you perform in a database. The similar concept also used in a table also. The same command we can use also in a table to create a tables, the number of tables to form a database. So, database is a collection of tables. First you create the database, and database, within the database we are having multiple tables. The same command, like your create a database, the similar create command is used to create a table. The syntax is exactly same. Create table, table name. The create command is again used to create a table. So, create table, table name, then column name, then data types. Okay. This is the basic syntax to create a particular table, because all the data what you enter in a particular table, the data are stored in a row and column manners, having some columns, or it is a, you can say it is a field. Suppose a student, I want to create a table, the name of the table is suppose student table having number of fields, or you can say attribute. What are the attributes? Student roll number, student name, student address, student hostel name. So, these are the column name. And what type it is? Data type, roll number is a number type, this is a data type. Name is a variable character, or it is a character type. Address may be a character as well as number, because I will write 44 Forest Park. 44 is a number, Forest Park is a character. So, it is a combination of character and number. So, you take varchar means variable character. If you define character, only character will be accepted. If you define number, only number will be accepted. Varchar means both number as well as the character it will accept. So varchar 2, varchar or I simple write varchar. In Oracle we write varchar 2, in MySQL it may be a varchar only. Okay, so that is not matter, as your choice you write varchar. So here create table, suppose I want to create a table, the name of the table is suppose employee, employee is a table I want to create, and it is having employee having name. So name is one attribute or one column name, employee having name, name is of which type, it is a varchar 20, varchar 20 means variable character, and what is the size, maximum 20, the size of the name is maximum 20. Email, email is a varchar type, it is of 100 or it may be 20, the size, whatever the size you give. Size means up to that much number of character it will accept, not more than that. Suppose I will declare the roll number, its size is 5, so maximum 5 numbers will be accepted from the keyboard, not more than 5. Okay, whatever the roll number you provide, that will be within that size. Okay, not more than 5 numbers are used for the particular what we are declaring. We are declaring size 5 means we enter 5 numbers from the keyboard, not more than 5. So name is size is 20 means the name must be within 20 or 20 characters, not more than 20. So you may be increase, maybe 30 or 40 according to your choice. And third field is date of birth is of date type. Obviously date of birth is a date type, 13th April 1974. So it is a date of birth. So which type of data you can declare? So column name means field name or attribute name. So this employee having how many fields? Here in this table there are 3 fields. The first field is employee name, second is employee email, and third is date of birth. You may add more, employee address and department, at the department you can add more, salary, TA, DA you can add it. So for your understanding purposes, here there are only 3 fields are there. Employee is a table name having 3 fields, the first field is a name, it is a varchar 2 type, the size is 20. The second field is email, the size it is a variable character type, the size is 100. Date of birth is a date type. So this is about to create a table. In this manner you have to create the another table. The next is list all the tables in a current database. Suppose in a particular database you are created, in this database you have to create 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 tables, employees 1 table, student table, course table, book table, so many tables you are created. So that all the tables are in a memory, it is not visible to you. So you want to fetch and display on your screen. So, so how to display all the tables? The command is show. Show is a command, so it will display all the tables. So you write show tables. Show tables means all the tables will display or available in the current database, that will display on your screen. Display the structure of table. Display the structure of the table means when you create a table, the command is create. The create command is used to create the tables. Suppose we are creating the table, the name of the table is employee. The employee table having 3 fields already created, name, email and date of birth. So we are already created, but it is in memory, it is not visible to us. So the table is created, if the command is right, it is already created in a memory. The structure is created, but it is not visible to the user. So how to visible the structure on your computer screen? So you write DSC, DSC means description, description of your table. So that will visible on your table. How to write? You write DSC, DSC means description of the table. DSC table name. So if you write DSC employee, so what are the structure of the table we are already created, that is available in the memory, that will face and display on your screen. That is, name of the table is employee having 3 fields. The first field is a name field and it is of which type? It is a varchar type. and email is a varchar type and date of birth is a date type. So, that will be visible on your computer screen. The detailed structure, what is the table name, what are the attributes or field, and what type of data and what is its size, detail will be displayed on your computer screen. So, that is about description of the particular table. If you should not write DSC, if you only create the table, it is already in memory but not visible to the user. So, DSC is a command which will use to display the particular table on a computer screen. The detailed structure of the table visible in the computer screen. The next command is modify the structure of table. Already the table is created, you have to modify the structure. Modify the structure means add some new column, delete some columns, maybe some operations we perform. The first is delete the column. Suppose initially we are already created the table having let it be 5 fields or 10 fields or whatever the field it may be. I want to delete a particular column maybe. Initially the table having 4 columns or 4 fields or 4 attributes. I want to delete one column maybe. Suppose needed to delete column, I want to delete a column. So, what command? The command is alter command. By using alter command you can delete a particular column. So, the command is alter table. Obviously, we can change the tables because the table is already created earlier. So, you have to change something. Change means you have to alter, alter means change. So, you have to write alter. The command is alter. Alter table name. Obviously, the table name is required because so many table is available in the database. Which table you want to change? So, you give the name of that particular table. So, alter table name. Table name means which table you want to change. Okay, you write alter table name, then after that drop column. Drop column means that column you want to remove from that particular table. So, drop column name. So, drop column is you write compulsory and write column name, which column you want to delete, you write that column name only. For example, suppose I will write alter table employee table is already created before, alter table name is employee means already the table is